Welcome back, Fanatic Addicts, to the Fan and Fanatic Pep Rally. So, without further ado, let's get into the first segment, Inside the Mind of the Fanatic. Take it away, partner.
Okay, I do have to for those who.
Oh, and by the way, not a word about this to anyone.
Yeah, I have to. If you're not watching the video, you're missing out. Unfortunately, poor Parker is feeling under the weather right now, but he is committed to the process. And so right now he's recording from his sick bed, from his bedroom. But because we have a recording and he wasn't looking his best, he's actually wearing his Benny the Bull head costume sort of thing given to us by his good friend Mitt from up in Chicago, who is a student at Colorado State. So shout out to the Rams. But I would go ahead and get us started here, Parker. So in the mind of the fanatic, some searches. So the first search I came across is WTSO, the game.
I think I would. So I was scrolling through the Wisconsin. I was on the live, like the live events page on the Wisconsin Badgers website. And one of the game and so it tells you where the game is broadcast, and one of the games is one of the games was broadcasted on WSTO, which I believe is Fox Sports 1070 The Game.
That is correct. Okay, so it's the home of the latest in Wisconsin sports. Good. Okay, this one I think is really interesting, and so I hope we're going to get into this. So the search you have here is just Oakland Bees, and that's B''S.
So I was scrolling through Google, and I saw that Oakland was getting another baseball team called the Bees. So no, surely that's just the talking. Surely that's just the talking heads of sports reporting it.
Oh man, a diehard professional to the end. Oh man, go ahead, Parker. So what did you find out about these Oakland Bees?
Like I said, apparently they're a new expansion team in Oakland for Major League Baseball. But I said, there's no way that it's actually real. So we'll just have to.
Yeah, well, if you dug a little deeper, though, you'd find out it's an expansion independent baseball club in the Pioneer League that has been started, or the community there in Oakland is leading this effort to get this expansion baseball club, because the Oakland A's are pretty much guaranteed to be moving to Las Vegas.
If I had a nickel for every time an Oakland team moved to Las Vegas, I would have 2 nickels.
You would have the entire dime. That is correct.
Oakland, the city that loses their sports teams, because I think the Golden State Warriors moved to San Francisco.
Mm-hmm. So we got one more than we do. We've lost 2 hockey franchises. So, all right, third search here. This is a long one, so I'm curious as to what you were thinking is going to be happening in the future here. Georgia Tech basketball game day information. Why did you need to know this?
Okay, so I was watching ESPNU SEC Network a few hours ago, and they have the little ticker on the bottom of the screen that shows you the scores.
Yeah.
I saw a Georgia Tech score, and I thought the game was today, but I think it was yesterday. And I believe it was Georgia Tech versus
Okay.
It was oh no, it was the inaugural ACC SEC Challenge.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking
so you
about,
weren't
right?
expecting to make a trip to McCamus Pavilion, and you were just trying to make sure you knew where to park and everything. That's not what that was.
No, I wasn't trying to. No, because I thought. Never mind. I thought the game was today, but I guess it was yesterday. So I'm sorry.
No, all good. Perfect. Sounds good. All right. Next segment. We good for that?
Yep. Inside the Mind of the Fanatic. You go first.
No, that was Inside the Mind of the Fanatic. We're going to do This Week in Sports History.
No, This Week in Sports History. I'm sorry.
He's got the brain fog from the illness there. Oh man, it's like back in the baby you're holding. So Hightower Trail Middle School excuse note. Who made any of those? Where's the video here? All right. So my sports history. So this week in 1929, Parker, get this. A gentleman by the name, football player by the name of, who would also become my football coach, Ernie Nevers. He scores, Ernie Nevers, a long time ago. I said 1929, right? So you probably would not know this guy. So he scored 6 touchdowns and picked 4 point after touchdowns to score a grand total of 40 points. That was all the points that his team, the Chicago Cardinals, had in their rout of the Chicago Bears.
So you mean to tell me that a kicker played running back?
It was 1929. So, yeah. So here's that's amazing, right? And that record has never been touched, because very rarely does the person who, and I would say now never, the person who scores the touchdown actually took the point after, right? So he's got the record for most points scored by a single person because he scored all 40 of the points, but he does not have the record for the most touchdowns. That is actually something that he's tied for. He's got 6 touchdowns. So who do you think, if you know, also has scored 6 rushing touchdowns in a game?
Are we talking running back or quarterback?
I'm just gonna. Okay, fine. I'll be fair. I'll give you rushing, like a running back. Sorry.
I don't know.
No guesses.
Is it like does he currently play in the NFL? This guy.
Yes. I believe so. Yes.
Let's see. Christian McCaffrey?
No, Alvin Kamara. But
oh my goodness.
I think this one's really good. The other person that has scored 36 points, really getting most points, 6 touchdowns, but 4 were rushing touchdowns. 1 was a receiving touchdown. The other was a return touchdown, like a punt or kick return touchdown. That was Gale Sayers back in 1965. So, but Ernie Nevers, most points, 40 points, 6 rushing touchdowns, and 4 point after touchdowns.
Okay, as for my fact, this week back in 1934, the first NFL game ever to be broadcasted nationally was played between the Bears and the Detroit Lions, and the Bears won that game 19-16.
What was the game again?
1934.
1934. Okay, so that was after our friend Nevers, Ernie Nevers. All right, buddy. Well, I know you're ill, and we got to keep going. So just roll into this next segment. And let us know who we're going to hear from next.
Coming up next on the show, we'll be talking to someone who I believe played college football at FSU, Hank Hornsby. Is that right? Played
not football. No, didn't he play baseball at Wake Forest? Wasn't it?
No, sorry, not FSU. Wake Forest. I'm sorry.
Yeah, hey man, you got the brain fog, but you were still in the ACC. It's all good. It's all good. There we go. That's authentic right there. And this is a committed journalist from his sickbed doing this right here. I just wish that if you were listening to this and you're not looking at the video, you could see the video of Benny the Bull, because it's pretty priceless right now. So
check him out on YouTube.
Yes.
Check him out on YouTube. You gonna sign us off?
All right. Well, you've been listening to the Fan and Fanatic Pep Rally. Bye.